2020 was a weird and difficult year. The coronavirus pandemic shuttered the film industry for months at a time with one swoop as government issued stay-at-home and no travel orders in a scramble to keep the raging pandemic under control. Still, artists found a way to present new work to the world. Two were Netflix originals. One premiered at the Berlinale before COVID, and one opened on the dying days of 2019. Such good old times. Sometimes it seemed like film was all we had to get us through the most trying times of the year. These are the ones that mattered the most. Number 10. Finding Hubby. After a stint producing 2 films, Oju Kokoro, Knockout Blessings, with Dario Lighton, plus work on some of African Magic's most popular television series, Femi Ogunsanwo returned to the big screen with Finding Hubby. The laugh-a-minute drama is the adaptation of Tunde Leah's viral blog series of the same name. Adelaoye leads a talented cast of thespians that included Kende Bankole, Omoumi Dada, and Munachi Abi.
Yes, Varsity, I'll join the singles committee.
Great.
Oyilola Clegg gets married.
Mommy, you like Kini Itenso now. Is it my fault I'm still single?
Whose fault is it?
Excuse me. Are you blind? Can you not see that this seat is taking?
No, I see it's taken all right.
Number 9. Citation.
Morimi Oluwa.
Premier chapitre, excellent.
Merci, professeur.
Vous savez, quand c'est juste nous, vous m'appelez Lucien.
Netflix's latest Nigerian original is a sobering and often clumsy drama about sexual assault on university campuses that is ripped from the headlines. Kunle Afolayan returns to the kind of big, bold storytelling that made him a household name and gave him a lot of his prestige. While Citation is a Pan-African visual delight, Afolayan's interpretation of the Tunde Babalola screenplay isn't quite a return to form.
It starts for all the females on campus.
Be careful you're not being used.
Part of her story is accurate, but the rest is a complete figment of Miss Aloa's fruit.
Number 8. This Lady Called Life.
I am Aye Folorunshaw. I can cook.
Directed by Kaide Kasum, This Lady Called Life, starring Bisola Ayola, features an overdependence on romantic love as the catalyst to self-confidence. But isn't this the spirit of plenty romantic comedies? Viewers in search of a film that plumbs the underbelly of romantic attachment may have to look elsewhere. This one tells the story of one woman's search for self-actualization and financial freedom, and it does it quite modestly.
Joseph, what did I say? Don't be naughty. God bless you, ma. Thank you so much.
Get Mama, we go help you wash this weekend.
Number 7. Oloture.
We do plenty things, Sha. Will not be everything.
Enter motor.
Oloture marks a significant change in direction for Ebony Knife Films, renowned for their box office conquering romantic comedies. This is the first time that Abudu would be going for prestige and high stakes advocacy instead of reliable formula and market sweep. Oloture, an account of an undercover investigative journalist, is a product of skilled compromise. Abudu gets her prestige pick, director Kenneth Gyang scores a wider audience.
It is now my story.
But this one will get small wahala.
Where do you be? You be police?
Number 6. Skin.
Black beauty is strength.
Skin, the buzzy documentary produced by Beverly Naya and directed by Daniel Etim Ifeong, is a kind of well-intentioned project that arrives every once in a while. With Skin, Naya, one of the most famous actresses of her generation, and her creative partner, Daniel Etim Ifeong, also a popular actor in his own right, take it upon themselves to investigate the cultural phenomenon of skin lightening. The results are interesting.
At the point where I was bleaching my skin, I struggled so bad with accepting who I was. I felt like I was just, I don't know, in somebody else's body.
Number 5. The Last Okorashi.
Still they get that dream.
In a quiet departure from Abba Makama's debut, The Last Okorashi has more of a straightforward narrative, but that doesn't mean it is any less energetic of Zani, a fast-paced, hectic romp through the city of Lagos. The Last Okorashi embraces abstraction as it considers identity, displacement, and the forces, both physical and supernatural, that keep human beings grounded.
Raymond, are you there inside there too?
I beg you, go fit they come office like this for this week.
Number 4. Shine Your Eyes.
Department. Ikenna Ibomeze.
You're at the wrong place. There's no university here.
Technically, Shine Your Eyes isn't quite Nigerian and directed by Brazilian Matthias Meraini. The titular phrase is likely to translate differently to different people, but any Nigerian in them recognizes the slang as a shrewd warning to be extra vigilant. This title is particularly apt in this fish out of water story about a Umsuka-born, Lagos-based musician who travels to Sao Paulo in Brazil on a wild and stressful search for his long-lost elder brother. Number 3. Trouble Sleep, directed by French-Congolese filmmaker Alain Cassanda, takes its title from an abbreviation of the Fela Kuti tune, Trouble Sleep, Nyanga Weka. The rich documentary captures the city of Ibadan at dawn, the various sights, sounds, and the energy coalescing into a potent snapshot that hints at beauty in its raw form. Cassanda tracked a day in the life of a young taxi driver and his counterpart from the Road Transport Workers Union, documenting their unique occupational challenges. Number 2. YIM Affair.
Very, very important. If you are burying someone, it's good to show people that they were loved, that the lives they lived mattered.
Produced independently with support from Lagos-based GDN Studios, YIM Affair, directed by the duo of Arie and Chuko Esiri, is not your regular Nollywood fare. The two-part immigration story has no big-name stars headlining. The sets are shiny Lagos mansions, and there's an absence of exaggerated contortions, which usually pass for emoting. YIM Affair premiered in the forum section of the 70th Berlin International Film Festival.
You don't like it? No. How could you not like it? It's so good.
Number 1. The Milkmaid. Ambitious and epic in scope, but with plenty of intimacy and feeling, The Milkmaid tells a story, but wholly specific story, of human resilience in the midst of devastation. Director Desmond Obiageli lifts a window into a world that, until the 2014 abduction of the Chibok girls, has largely been kept hidden away from the mainstream war accounts. The Milkmaid is a potent examination of displacement and trauma and centers the girl child. It is bound to start conversations on extremism and the intersection between poverty, gender, and the war industrial complex in the Northeast.
Menene kike so?
Na neman yar uwata.
Menene zaki bada?
Mu kuma za mu koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode.
To read more on this, visit www.YNaija.com. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at YNaija for more entertaining content.